Hi guys, Matt Barkus, CEO of ISN Precious Metals, and today I want to talk about wealth preservation and basically where you can go from there. You know, it's a 100% proven fact that all government issued currency does decrease in value. You can take a look at any of the products that you purchase. For example, here in the U.S., a dozen eggs on average is around $2.96. 5 years ago, it was about $1.97, and some of you may be, kind of like I am, where I live out in the rural area, where you can still get maybe eggs for under $1. But that's just one example of national average and pricing and how things work. You can compare anything pretty much that we get on a regular basis, and you can see that that's what's happening. And so the question is, that ends up being about a 10% per year decrease in the value of your money. So if you're saving it, then you're losing 10%, unless for some reason your bank pays you a 10% interest every year, which I know that's not the case. So if you do have something that your money's in that's making that much return, then you're preserving your value. Now, for those of you who are looking for an alternative way to save, that's what silver and gold is for, and that's why we are here at ISN to do just that, to make a simple process for saving your wealth. Now, that's just step one. So we're talking about wealth preservation. We're talking about saving just bullion. Like this is just a generic bullion round. Is privately minted, like the cheaper way of getting silver. So that's one way of doing it. But just to kind of give you an idea of how this has preserved wealth, you can go back to all the way to 1935, and you would see that $20 back then would have bought you 47 of these, 47 ounces of silver. Now today, roughly, to get those same 47 ounces of silver that you would have got back then, you would need about $1,000. So it's increased from $20 to $1,000 for 47 ounces, just to give you an example. Okay, and to get more information on this, for those of you who are ISN, part of the ISN family, this is in one of our recent newsletters that Chrissy, from our administrative director, has wrote up this article. So I just wanted to get it out there to you guys to help you understand it. Now, if you're looking to take it to the next level, beyond just wealth preservation, then you step into a whole new realm, and that is collectible coins. So coins like this right here, as you can see, this is a beautiful 70 coin. 70 is the highest graded coin you can get. They go from 1 to 70, 70 being perfect. And this is a little different than collecting stamps or those Beanie Babies. Remember those back in the day when everybody thought those were going to keep going up in value? And the reason is because it's silver and gold. It's got something of value inside of it. It's not just the outward want of the product. It's different than just that. There's other factors in it. And one of the things I'm going to be talking about in a later video is the difference of having something successful and not successful. In any business, you have to have a positive impact on either the scale of the business or the magnitude, and you'll be successful. Now, if you can impact the scale and the magnitude, you're going to have tremendous success. That's where the billionaires come from. Now, when it comes to silver and gold, it's the same thing. Now we're talking about collectible coins like this one I just showed you. This coin here is affected by scale and magnitude. And the reason I say that is because there's only a few thousand of these minted, and out of those few thousand, how many of them have that perfect 70 grade? And this is just one example. There's many coins like this. So that gives you the magnitude impact, and then the scale is how many is minted. The magnitude is basically what is the grade of it. So we're looking for those two things, the mintage and the condition, the scale and the magnitude. And if you think that this is kind of some weird thing, collecting coins, I can tell you that the people who are at the rank of pentamillionaires or higher, that's 5 million or more that they have in net worth, the ultra rich they will purchase over $1 million a year in graded coins, collectible coins. So over $1 million a year they purchase in there. Why do you think that they do that? They'll buy the bullion as well, of course, but the bullion they look at as wealth preservation, and when they're getting the collectible coins, they're looking at it as a way to actually potentially make money, and it's a better way to preserve because it has more potential to it. It's kind of like collecting art, the really famous pieces of art, most of the time when they purchase those, they're not purchasing because they like the art. They're purchasing because this is one of the best ways to preserve their wealth in a way that's going to actually do something good for them. And that's often why people do that. Now, when you're talking about graded coins, though, it's important to also understand there's quite a few grading companies out there. But if you want to have a coin that's going to hold its value and really do well for you, it's important to use one of two companies, and that's what we use here at ISN, and that is NGC or PCGS. So if you can see on the label right there, it says NGC. Okay, that we strategically put our corporate office just minutes away from NGC, and we're a member of NGC as well. They're the most trusted third-party grading company in the world. So these people who are in this industry, which by the way is over $100 billion industry, the ones who are collecting these coins, they mostly trust NGC above all of their companies. PCGS is also pretty trusted as well, but I would stay clear of any of the other ones because they've had many coins graded at 70 that really aren't 70s. We've tested it ourselves. We've taken coins from these other companies and we've opened the coin up very carefully and submitted them into NGC, and it said 70 on the case. We've done this many times, by the way, and when NGC gets done grading it, a lot of times they'll not only come back MS69s, but sometimes even MS67s. That's horrible. And yet they were saying MS70, so be very careful. Only go with NGC or PCGS. I encourage you, if you're going to put money into graded coins, that's very, very important. Now, here's another example, the last one I'm going to give you, of what it means to have the difference between preserving your wealth with bullion versus collectibles. Now, let me show you something here. Okay, this is an American Silver Eagle coin. Okay, just a regular old coin. This particular one's 2010, but if you were to have a 1999 American Silver Eagle in this form, just like this in my hand, I wouldn't be touching it with my hand, that coin would be worth around $25 today, give or take, because of the premium, somewhere in that ballpark. But if you had it graded in one of these cases like this, and it was coming back as a 70 like this one is, that coin would go from worth $25 to being worth over $22,000. Do you see that? The exact same coin. So you got this coin, 25. If it was a 70 and is a 19, and this one was a 1999 Silver American Eagle, and it came back at an MS70, the thing could be worth $22,000. So $25 to $22,000. You see the difference, and the reason for it is because in that particular year, there wasn't that many of those coins minted, and of the ones that were minted, they were having a little bit of issue with quality on the coins. So to get a perfect 70, it has to be perfect under 5 times magnification. So to get one of those coins in 1999 in MS70 was very rare. So there is the magnitude side of it. And because of the fact that there wasn't that many of them made in the first place, it also had the scale with it as well. So look for those coins with very few minted, and that there's not very many that have that high of a grade, and you're going to have success. We've had many of those coins, and we call them our top picks here at ISN, that we've hit home runs with, where we were selling them for $169, and just 4 years later they're selling for $1,000. We've had many of those kind of coins. We're constantly looking for those particular coins, and we understand this industry very well, so we know what we're looking for with those, and that's what we're always trying to find for our top picks for our customers and our affiliates. Now, if you're looking for something in between, say, the bullion and a collectible coin, maybe you want kind of the best of both worlds, we do offer products like that too, and this happens to be my favorite coin, and that is the big ATB coins. Now, there are 5 ounces of silver in these coins. The nice thing about these coins is that there's a lower mintage of them, but yet the premium is not that high when you first buy the new ones coming out. So because of that, you're paying a little bit closer to bullion pricing, but yet the upside potential of these has a really good potential to them. We've seen these coins also go up, 200-300% in just a few years. So to me, that's one of the best if you're trying to look for the best of both worlds. But the nice thing is you can still kind of diversify within, if you want to call it that, within a niche of savings. But the whole thing is it's important to preserve your wealth and to get ahead. You're working hard for your money, or your money's working hard for you, either way, but it's important to take a percentage of that money and to preserve and protect it for generations to come. And that's what silver and gold does. And so I hope that was educational. Hopefully you learned something from that today. And we'll talk to you real soon. Thanks.